Bună ziua! Bine ați venit la aceste sesiuni de webinare în care astăzi o să călătorim în continentul asiatic, mai exact în India. O să avem o sesiune de yoga prezentată împreună cu profesoara Jyoti din India. În aceste minute așteptăm până când toată lumea se adună în acest webinar. Și important este să știm anumite detalii despre prezentarea noastră. Astăzi o să avem această prezentare care va fi oferită de Jyoti. Ea o să vină cu o parte teoretică în care o să ne explice principiile yoga din punctul ei de vedere și în general ce știe despre această practică și ulterior o să avem o prezentare unde o să exersăm împreună cu ea ceea ce ne-a transmis prin prezentarea aceea din prezentarea teoretică. Ulterior o să avem după partea practică o sesiune de Q&A, questions and answers. O să vă reamintesc că în acest webinar aveți posibilitatea să ne adresați întrebările și ele vor fi răspunse de Jyoti, eu le voi transmite către ea. Sunt Jyoti Sarasent, mă ocup cu coordonarea grupurilor cu însățitori la Eturia și voi fi coordonatorul acestei sesiuni de webinare. Până ne adunăm cu toții, o să o invit pe Jyoti să ne salute și o să avem o discuție cu ea până începem în mod oficial această sesiune. So, welcome Jyoti. How are you?
Hi, hello, I'm fine, thank you. How are you all?
You're fine.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay, as you briefed, my name is Jyoti and I am a yoga therapist. I started practicing my yoga post my first delivery and I was leading a very compromised life. I had put on a lot of weight. So what happened? I used to be in dilemma. What's happening to my body? Where is my body going? And finally, I picked up yoga. So what yoga did to me, it didn't only give me a healthy body once I started practicing, it also had put a good discipline in my family. A very healthy lifestyle was adapted in my family. So on the same grounds, would like to share few information, few details how yoga evolved, was found out in India, and what are the practices what we follow so that similar can be imbibed by everyone to lead a healthy, wealthy lifestyle. Now, all of us know in today's world and growing criticalities around all of us, the kind of lifestyle we dwell, we hardly have any time for ourselves. So the question what arises to all of us is, you have a lot of knowledge, but where does this knowledge end? Okay, and you always have questions like, does God exist? Is there a life after death? Okay. So there are so many number of questions into everybody's mind, and from where these questions arises into our subconscious mind, conscious mind, and all of these questions leads to one factor, and that is called fear factor of death. Diseases coming to us, ailments, unsatisfied wants, demands, unexpected ailments coming to you and attacking on your body. You're unmanaged, you are not able to manage them. So with the whole gist of the list which you have, the questions you have into your mind, we actually forget in our own lifestyle that we have the kingdom of heaven within ourselves and we can enjoy the perfect bliss in our body. So to enjoy this perfect bliss, we all are blessed with yoga. So let's take the advantage of yoga, asanas, meditation, breathing practices, pranayamas, and everything. And let's adapt a healthy lifestyle. So
Perfect.
Yoga is, however, a science to understand. More than a science, it is to experience it. And if you have to experience it, then you have to physically follow it as a discipline. And how do we put it as a discipline? Now let's understand. So people in today's world follow a lot of things blindly. Since my friend, my colleague, my peer, my seniors, my relative, everyone is doing, I am also doing. Okay, but why? Why are you following it blindly? Have some science behind it. Have some logic behind it. Is it going to benefit you? And what benefit are you going to fetch out of it? So, to get the benefit, understand it. Do not follow it blindly. That's what yoga teaches us, to make the difference. You can make the difference between right, wrong, good, bad, ugly, better, best, and so on. The list continues. Would like to support here with an example. The example is, once a teacher went to a holy river, and while the teacher went to holy river for a purification of bath with all his devotees, he went to the river. As it is a tradition, he carried a vessel, because while you take the bath, after taking the bath, you're supposed to bring the holy water back with you. Post your purification, he took the vessel, and when the teacher reached the banks of the river, he realized he's going to go for a bath. Where does he keep his vessel? So the smart teacher dug a hole, and while he dug a hole, he buried his vessel into the hole. Since he buried the vessel into a hole, he made a heap of sand onto the vessel so that the vessel is protected, and later he can take the water from the river back. Now what happened? He had his followers along with him, and his followers, they just saw the teacher making a heap, and they missed that the vessel is buried inside. So all these followers made a heap of sand all around the river bank. And when the teacher came out from the river after taking the bath, the teacher realized that there are a lot of heaps of sand. And then he was wonderstruck. Why there are so many heaps? Where is my vessel gone? Where is my heap went? So it was very difficult, and he realized it's his followers who did it, who made the heap of sand. So what the followers did in the whole process, they followed blindly.
Thank you very much, Jyoti. We are going now to greet again one of the people that joined us, and then we are going back to you, and we continue with the presentation, the official presentation, because some of them were not with us before. Okay. Bună ziua și bine ați venit din nou pentru cei care au fost de la început și cei care ați venit cu noi acum. Astăzi avem webinarul dedicat acestei sesiuni de yoga, venit direct din India și prin Jyoti, pe care o să o cunoaștem din nou în câteva minute. Și vă mulțumim foarte mult că sunteți alături de noi în aceste sesiuni de webinare. Astăzi împreună cu noi este și una din cofondatorii Eturia, doamna Daniela Shah, care dorește să facă o introducere în această sesiune și pe care o invit, doamna Daniela.
Bună ziua! Bine ați venit și bine ați revenit la o nouă sesiune din seria webinarelor Eturia, Descoperă lumea de acasă, realizată împreună cu partenerii noștri din întreaga lume. După cum spunea și Jyoti în această introducere pe care am făcut-o, poate că este timpul să ne gândim puțin, să facem ordine în viața noastră, poate și în relațiile pe care le avem cu cei din jur și în relația pe care o avem cu noi înșine. După cum știm și noi, un dicton celebru ne spune că mens sana in corpore sana, și un corp sănătos poate că reușim să facem astăzi, să începem o nouă serie dintr-un instructaj interesant din viața noastră, care ar putea să fie yoga, de exemplu. Eu vă doresc tuturor o zi frumoasă, să aveți încă o experiență excelentă alături de Eturia și vă invităm și la alte webinare interesante care se vor desfășura în săptămânile următoare. O zi frumoasă tuturor și să ne întâlnim sănătoși, să călătorim sănătoși când va veni vremea să o facem. Numai bine vă doresc tuturor.
Mulțumesc.
Thank you, Jyoti. Și mulțumesc, Iulie.
Thank you, mulțumesc doamna Daniela. O să facem un mic rezumat. Astăzi avem sesiunea de yoga, o să fie prezentată de Jyoti. O să avem o parte teoretică în care Jyoti ne va prezenta despre această practică, despre yoga. Ulterior vom face o sesiune practică în care vom exersa împreună cu ea. Așa cum v-am trimis informațiile, este important să avem haine cât mai comode, să avem o saltea unde putem crea și practica yoga astăzi. Și din nou o mențiune, prezentarea o să fie în limba engleză oferită de Jyoti și avem această secțiune de Q&A, Questions and Answers, unde ne puteți transmite întrebările voastre atât în română cât și în engleză. Ele vor fi transmise de mine către Jyoti și important este în timpul prezentării practice teoretice, nu acolo o să putem vorbi, însă în perioada practică, când vom începe să facem aceste exerciții, acolo nu o să intervenim cu întrebările și le vom pune la sfârșit, unde o să avem o sesiune de questions and answers de 10 minute în care putem adresa întrebările pe care le avem până la sfârșitul prezentării. Acum o să vă las cu Jyoti. Jyoti, now we are going to let you the floor. We can start. So welcome to virtually to Romania, and let us fly and travel to India through you.
Hi everyone, once again, how are you all doing? Hope you're sailing in the same boat I am in. Okay, as Yuri explained to you that we are going to talk about the importance, the goal, the benefits of the postures, yoga postures, the benefit and the importance of breathing, how breathing plays on our mind, mental mind, physical body, and helps us spiritually to connect with the ultimate aim, what we all are here for. Okay, so now just quickly taking you all through a small presentation, which would talk about how yoga evolved in India and what are the best benefits. Now running through the presentation, just putting it on. Okay.
Imediat o să apară prezentarea. Perfect. You can continue. We can see it now.
Okay. So, what is yoga? Yoga, the word yoga is basically a Sanskrit word, and the meaning of yoga means yuj in Sanskrit. That means union. It could be a union of your own body with your breathing, your happiness, your peace. Okay, it can be union of anything. Whatever gives you happiness is yoga. Whatever gives you peace is yoga. The mind-body harmonizing synchronization is yoga. It gives you happiness is yoga. And the practice of yoga basically was a pre-Vedic Indian traditions. It was found out during the times of Indus Valley civilization around 3000 BC, where small postures, pictures were recovered during this civilization, and it had a lot of animal postures, pictures printed on the small blocks, which basically depicts the poses, explains us how these postures are helpful to your body and how you can ensure that the body can go flexible, that the mind can go stable, and it is ultimately, it leads for your physical and mental unite, and it enhances your spirit in return. Okay, so yoga is a system of practice that encourages the harmony between your body, mind, and spirit, and it leads to oneness, to the ultimate goal where all of us should look forward for. Okay, in India, the most common practice which all of us as instructor, as a student, we follow is known as Hatha Yoga. This word is further splitted into two, Hatha, and Ha is your sun basically, and your tha means moon. So if I have to make you understand what is sun and moon, it is nothing but your two nostrils. One is your, in English, it is your parasympathetic nervous system and your sympathetic nervous system. So basically, yoga, as I mentioned, is a union of anything. Now here it is a union of your nervous system, your sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system with your breathing, with your body. So that's how we follow the Hatha Yoga practices. And there are many other practices. Yoga is now seen and followed in many other various forms, like I've mentioned here. It is Vinyasa, Bikram Yoga, Ashtanga, Raja Yoga. These are many other terms, many other yoga practices which are followed across the world. So now this is a basic and a small introduction what yoga is. How did it evolve? Let's move on to the next slide. So now, since we know what is yoga, what are the goals? Why to do yoga, right? Everyone has some goal in life. Everyone has some aspirations in life. And if you have to aspire, if you have a goal setting made, all of us are here to learn something. This is your goal, my goal, right? So similarly, in ancient time, the evolution of yoga and the yoga was followed with a goal, with an aspiration for in terms of moksha, liberation. And now, since it is liberation, all the sadhus, saints use yoga to liberate. However, classical yoga, which is again an Ashtanga yoga, the 8 limbs path, okay, is ultimately the goal is to achieve samadhi. Samadhi is the oneness in the state of pure awareness, where all these sadhus usually look forward for. And for you, for me, for all of us, lesser immortal people like all of us, the main goal of practicing yoga is basically to lead a disciplined life. And how would you lead a disciplined life? Until unless you, me, have control on your breathing, on your mind, right? You cannot lead a disciplined life. And if you need to have a control on your mind, you need to have control on your thoughts, your anxiety, your anger, your happiness. One needs to be in a neutral state to have a better, happy, disciplined life. And that's what yoga gives us. You are neutral, you are passive in all state of your beings. And yoga is again a path of omniscience, enlightened consciousness. It enables us to make the decision between good, bad. Okay, you can identify what is right, what is wrong, only when your mind is settled, when your mind is at calm, peace. Only then you can make the decisions. Otherwise, your decisions might just go haywire. So now, once you have a goal setting, why it is important in life, why yoga is important in life. So let's understand the importance. So now, since we have to understand the importance of yoga, before we go to the slide, we need to understand that our body is made up of 5 elements, 5 tattvas, as I explained. Okay, so 5 tattvas what are they? 5 tattvas are air, water, fire, space, ether. Okay, so these are the 5 elements of our body, right? So to have a proper balance in our body, yoga will always help. This is the importance, and it will help you to develop your physical, mental, spiritual body. Okay, for example, the saints, how does it helps the saints? Saints basically, while they are into their spiritual path, okay, they try and control all their emotions. They're physically very quiet, very calm, and their urge of hunger, their urge of sleep, everything dies off, everything just passes off. Okay, so we talk now swimmers. Let's take a mental control. How does yoga helps on your mind? Example is swimmers. These swimmers, what happens? The swimmers basically, while they are swimming, at the time of swimming, they take complete control on their minds, on their breathing. The physical body is active, but the mental mind and the breathing is controlled. So this is what your yoga helps. How to take charge of your own breathing, your own thoughts onto your body, onto your mind. And it helps to keep a control balance. Yoga also helps us to self-heal. Okay, animals are the best examples. When they fall sick, they are ill, they don't go to any doctor. They usually give time. They start starving. They start staying quiet. Okay, in the corner they sit and they try and restore the energy. Same process is being taught in yoga. It is very important. How do you restore your energy? How do you control your breathing? All these things can only help when you know the technique of understanding breathing, understanding how the mind can be stabilized. And this could easily be taken care with your yoga exercises. This could be asanas, postures, meditation, pranayama, shavasana, that is the relaxation techniques which can play wonders on your body. It can heal you from a lot of diseases if a proper relaxation, a proper diet, a yogic diet has been followed. You can create beautiful body by yourself and respect your body. Okay, it also in turns helps the focus, concentrate. Your whole mind is stable. Yoga also helps children. Right from the age of 3, one can actually start practicing yoga. Small stretching plus little bit of breathing can be practiced by kids and up to the age of elderly people, anyone and everyone, based on their body type, body allowing, they can practice yoga. However, if there is some disease or some ailment, that those practices can be followed under the strict guidance of an instructor. Okay, as I mentioned in the previous slide, yoga is a union, and Hatha Yoga is something which we practiced worldwide. So it is again the activating and balancing your parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system, which ultimately helps you reduce your stress, your tension, and finally your mind goes at peace. Now, since we know what are the importance, let's understand the benefits, how yoga benefits your physical body, your mental body, and ultimately how it helps you to lead the spiritual life, or else it can help you to gain what you are here, what all of us are here on this earth. Now, what are the benefits of yoga on the physical body? Number one, it helps to improve your sleep. Okay, the kind in this modern lifestyle, sleep is something which all of us compromise on. Food is something which we compromise on. Okay, these two things, natural cause, nature cause, which we compromise on. We still hold on. We say, okay, I can hold on for 5 minutes, then I can go off to sleep. Let me complete this task, I will go off to sleep. But why? Why are we compromising? Because we are not focused. We have lack of time. We are not planned properly. We are not disciplined in our life. If you want to have discipline in place, you need to have a stable mind, and a stable mind will only help you to do a proper planning. And then yoga would also help you to control your blood sugar levels, boost up your immune system. There is no need to take any supplements once you practice the proper yogic style of life, adapt yoga. Your spine is protected completely, because the postures will ensure, the correct postures performed onto your body would ensure that the spine is in a good health. It does help in strengthening your bones, your muscles. Okay, and yes, ultimately all of us have one goal, which is I want to lose weight. It does help in losing weight. And if somebody is aspiring to put on weight, yoga gives you that. Okay, it's the mirror of your own mind. What you ask, it gives you that. Okay, so that's what yoga does to you physically. And now let's move on to the mental benefits, the spiritual benefits. Okay, in terms of your, say, nowadays we have a lot of problems like backache, cervical, we have migraine, sinusitis, and so many things. There is a list of diseases we all, some or the other way we all are facing. So yoga would help you to get rid of it if properly practiced. Yes, something really important is it also helps to reduce the anxiety, reduce the depression. Okay, your conscious effort would help you to reach the ultimate goal spiritually too. Okay, these are few of the benefits. As and when one adapts the practice of yoga, the person, he himself would realize how you are transforming yourself. Okay, within few months of yogic practice and adapting the lifestyle, a very simple lifestyle, you will be in a state to understand that you are transforming your mind, you're transforming your body, and you would make yourself as a new individual, as a whole. All right, so these are a couple of benefits. Let's understand. All the while, we talked about goals, we talked about importance, we talked about benefits. So let's talk something about postures, how to adapt these postures. Okay, sun salutation is something which is comprising of 12 asanas, and it also has 12 mantras, 12 postures, which help you to heal your body overall. Sun salutation in itself is a whole package. If one is performing sun salutation daily, you don't have to do anything. You just done for the day, or you have covered your head to toe workout. Toe to head workout is covered. If you adapt sun salutation with a proper breathing, with correct postures, you would see a lot of changes. It helps you to take away your back pain, it helps you to take away your migraine, sinus, and so on. So we have Now here 12 postures. Same would be shown as a demo to everyone so that we know how are we supposed to do these postures and what could be the benefits. While the demo would be shared with all of you, I would be sharing few benefits for each and every posture. All right. Now let's move on to the next slide, which talks about asanas, postures. Asanas are nothing but the postures, and it also talks about when you have to meditate. So what posture one should sit in, because many of us must be meditating, right? And since we all meditate in either of the forms, sit in front of God or sit in silence, sit in isolation, okay, you must be sitting in some form, either on a chair, either on the mat, either on the bed. So what could be the best form of sitting? Not necessary that you have to follow these forms, but if the proper postures are adapted, then they benefit you in the long run, and you yourself can see the change. That's what yoga teaches us. So let's take the first posture, which is Padmasana in Sanskrit and Lotus Posture in English. So it says it induces mental calmness. Okay, this posture helps you to feel nice, feel at peace. It helps your enhancement in the digestive system. It also helps you to improvise your constipation issues. If anyone is suffering from any constipation issues, any stomach disorders, any kind of stomach disorders, if one practices this particular posture, lotus posture, then they themselves can see the benefit. What happens while you're sitting in this posture, your nervous system works in a very different way. Your spine is erect. Your spine is completely erect. You don't have a slouching body, slouching shoulders. Okay, so whatever you are meditating, you are thinking, you are aspiring, your goals, whatever is there in your head, it reaches directly from the base of the spine. The signals are so clearly sent up till your crown of the head. Okay, so this is one posture for meditation. You must have seen many postures. Okay, for example, sadhus, the saints usually sit, or the gurus usually sit in a particular posture. So some do adapt lotus posture, some adapt vajrasana, and so on. Now vajrasana is another meditative posture. And in this type of posture, it again helps you to improvise your digestive system. Very good for your thigh and calf muscles, because while your knees are bent and you're sitting on your heels, your entire calf muscles are massaged in such a way that the blood circulation happens very well. The blood flow happens very well because of the sciatica nerve getting properly pressed. Third posture, which talks about, so these were the two postures which were talking about meditation. And if anybody has any physical problem and is not able to perform or sit into these postures, they can very easily pull a chair, sit on a chair and relax, and then can perform meditation. If they're not comfortable on a chair, they can sit on the bed, whichever form they are comfortable. Okay, now let's move on to the real postures, the asanas, when you're performing the asanas on your physical body. The third posture talks about Dhanurasana Bow Pose. See, the posture looks like a bow. If you see, it looks like a bow, and this posture is a blessing for all the people who are suffering from diabetes. Your pancreas gets good massaged, your thyroid glands get good massage, your hormones released out of the body while performing this posture, your adrenal glands gets good massage. The whole stomach is getting massaged because your abdomen is placed on the mat, and your head, your chest region, your thigh and your legs are up in the air. So you are giving a good massage onto your body where your internal stomach cavity gets massaged, abdominal region gets massaged. The don'ts, these were the do's. However, what are the precautions while someone is performing the posture? The precaution is, if someone is suffering from hernia or any kind of stomach ulcers, peptic ulcer, colitis, amoebic colitis, or a high BP, they should avoid the posture. As well as, if they are willing to do this posture, and if they are okay, the body is allowing to do this posture, they should actually do the posture into the strict guidance of any yoga instructor to avoid the damage on the body. Now let's move on to the fourth posture, which says in Sanskrit that Sarvang Asana, all limbs posture. Sarvang means all limbs of your body, and asana is nothing but your posture. So the name itself explains what does the posture talks about. Okay, all limbs posture. In this particular posture, whole of your body, entire limbs of your body are topsy-turvy. You are standing onto your shoulder. If you look at the posture, you will understand the posture is upside down and supported with the hands. You're only resting on to your shoulders. This posture is a blessing to avoid early graying of the hair. And we can take don'ts. Who should not do this posture? A person suffering from high blood pressure, epilepsy, any kind of neck surgery, any kind of neck injury or a shoulder injury, any kind of accidental, one shouldn't be doing this particular posture. Now let's move on to the last posture, that's Bhujanga Asana. Bhujanga Asana is Cobra Pose. So see, if you look at the image, you will come to know it is like a cobra. The image has a curve like a cobra, and this helps. This is very good posture for females. Of course, it's a blessing. Those who have menstrual problems, any gynecologist related problems, or any kind of back problem, either male, female, or even for that matter of fact, kids, okay? They should perform this particular asana under the strict guidance. Once they learn this posture, they can continue doing it. Again, the don'ts would be anyone suffering from any kind of stomach diseases, any kind of hernia or in the stomach, on the navel, shouldn't be doing this posture. Also remember, if there is any kind of abdominal injuries, or very important, if anybody is pregnant, any lady is pregnant, she shouldn't be doing this posture. Okay, the posture then has a variation. It comes with a variation, though this is a classical style. All these are classical postures shared with us, with you guys. Now, since we talked about postures, we talked about meditation. Now let's talk about the practical yoga. We have been only talking about the theoretical part. So let's move on to the practical part. Before I move on to the practical part, I would like to sum up by saying that yoga ultimately is nothing but it's music, it's a rhythm of body, and it's a melody of your mind, harmony of your soul, and ultimately it is a symphony of life. It will give you everything you expect out of life. Only thing is, you have to ensure that you're a regular yoga practitioner. Okay, so slow. This is all about the theoretical part, and now we move on to the practical part of yoga.
Jyoti, we are going just to wait if someone has any question before we start the practical, because during the practical we will not interrupt you. And also I will let them know that this presentation we can send it to them. The PowerPoint that you presented to us, we are going to send it to them. Acum o să trecem la partea practică, însă înainte să trecem, pentru că în partea practică nu o să putem întrerupe pe Jyoti, dacă aveți orice întrebare în acest moment care putem să răspundem la ea, ne puteți transmite înainte să începem cu partea practică. Și doresc să vă menționez faptul că această prezentare, documentul prezentat de Jyoti, va fi trimis către voi. So Jyoti, I'm just going to wait a little bit just to see if I receive any question. And then if I receive any questions, I will just let you know. In the meantime, we can start preparing the camera to move for the practical. Just to wait a little bit.
So
We are having everything. Dacă nu aveți întrebări, puteți să pregătiți condițiile să începem partea practică. So just few seconds to see if we receive any questions. Otherwise, we can go and start with this practical time. We can go with the practical.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine. So now let's see and learn a few of the postures. The stand salutation, which we talked about in the slides. Okay. So I stand erect, lifting my trunk up, spine erect, hands to the side of the body, neck to the center, complete balance, taking the charge of my body. And now slowly I inhale, raise my abdomen out. Just like a balloon, I am raising my abdomen and I burst my abdomen inside. The action is just like blowing a balloon and bursting a balloon. And now slowly I inhale. With small inhalation, I join my hands. This is step number 1. Namaskar, Namaste. All of us must be knowing this by now. Namaste posture. Now slowly I inhale, raise my hands up, hands touching to my biceps touching to my ears, and slowly I bend my spine backward with inhalation. Remember, we talked about breathing, so we have to ensure breathing is synchronized. Inhale, exhale. Now hands pointing forward, parallel to the ground, and slowly I bend down. Now placing my palm on the floor, head to my knees. My posture is into an exhalation. I have exhaled. Slowly, I lift my right leg up and take it behind. Right leg behind, knees on the ground, foot on the mat. And I raise my trunk up. Look up, head up. While I'm in this posture, I have inhaled. My breathing is normal. Slowly, I exhale, tuck my toes and lift my leg, lift my knee. lift my hip and very slowly lift my right leg up, place it back to next to my right leg and come into a push-up posture where I hold my breathing. Look here, watch carefully. Slowly exhale, then putting my knees down on the mat, tucking my toes out, and now I exhale completely, put my chest, my head, forehead on the mat. My hip is above the ground. My hip stays above the ground. Just take the posture. My palm are besides my body. Slowly I inhale up and come into Bhujangasana, the Cobra Posture, which we talked about. My head, chest is over and above the ground. My legs are on the mat. My lower body is completely on the mat. Arching my back. This is the classical Bhujangasana. Slowly exhale, lift my lower body, lift my hip, thighs up, knees up, tuck my toes and gently lift my hip up, place my heels on the ground, push my shoulder blades inside. Watch my navel area. I have exhaled here. The position is exhale. Hands absolutely straight. Now just hold into this posture. Every posture, every asana, one needs to hold. Now slowly from here, the steps are repeated again. I lift my head up. I take my right leg forward. Again, place my left leg, left knee, left toe on the mat. Push my trunk, push my head up and look up. Hands on the ground. You will feel a good stretch on your quadriceps, on your hamstrings, and on your abductors. You're going to get good stretch on the left leg. At this point in time, I'm getting a good stretch. And slowly, now I tuck my toes, lift my leg up, knee up, lift my hip up, and place my left leg forward, right besides my right leg. I now hold into the posture with exhalation. If you're flexible enough, you can touch your head to your knees. Slowly, you now inhale, come up. Slowly come up with inhalation. Go back, exhale. Form Namaskar Mudra. Legs apart, hands apart. Close your eyes. You deep inhale, raise your abdomen. Exhale, burst. Try and normalize your breathing. Once your body is relaxed, you slowly join your feet together, and once your feet are together, you raise your palm forward. You raise your palm forward, look straight, come out to your toes. I'm on my toes, my heel is in the air. And slowly at the count of 10, I sit down on my mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly I sit down on my mat and post my sun salutation. I lie down in Shavasana. As I said during our theoretical part, when you are performing yoga postures, you need to also ensure that you are giving good relaxation to your body. If you aren't relaxing post your workout, you are stressing your body instead of, getting the best out of your body. You're going to overstress your body. You'll never get the benefit of any postures you have performed. Okay, so you need to get the energy back, to restore the energy for rest of the day. One needs to do Shavasana, corpse posture in English. And now the same way I'm going to show how the proper relaxation technique works. Okay, I am placing my tailbone, stretching my legs forward. Now slowly lying down on the mat, relaxing my body, hands apart, palm facing to the sky, legs mat width apart, head to the center of your body. This is the perfect anatomical posture. One should lie down while he or she is relaxing post the workout. Now slowly we begin with the abdominal breathing. Just for the demo, I'm showing. I inhale, I raise my abdomen up high. Now I exhale, inhale, exhale completely. Keeping my hand back on the ground, and now heading for the final relaxation. Slowly surrendering my complete body on the mat. My spine is on the mat. My whole of the body is on the mat. And now to take the best benefits, giving auto suggestions to the body, taking charge of the whole body. Slowly relaxing my foot, relaxing my calf muscles, relaxing my knees, relaxing my thighs, relaxing my abdomen, relaxing my chest, relaxing my hands, relaxing my spine, relaxing my shoulder blades, relaxing my complete physical body, relaxing my head, relaxing my brain, relaxing my brain hemispheres, letting the thoughts flow into my body. I am not flowing with the thoughts. Let the thought come and go. My body is relaxed. I am completely relaxed. And now slowly you make gentle movements in your fingers, in your toes. Join your feet together. And now you inhale, raise your hands up, stretch your hands completely. Come back, keeping your eyes closed, wearing a beautiful smile on your face. You gently roll to one side, either of the sides. You can roll up, roll your body, turn to one side, taking your right hand, making the pillow of your right hand, placing below your head, and the left hand onto your body. Slight knees bend. Be here for a few seconds. Now slowly coming out of the posture, placing the left hand onto the mat with support. You get up, make sure your eyes are closed. And now, as we talked, you can sit in any meditative posture. So while meditation, I'm going to show you a posture, Padmasana, the Lotus Posture. So what I do is I lift my right leg with my right hand, place my right leg onto my left thigh, and now slowly from my right hand, I lift my left hand, place it on my right thigh. Both my knees are touching the mat. This is the Lotus Posture. Both your heels are pointing at each other. Your fingers, your toes are outside. This is Gyan Mudra. You can place, okay, my finger touching my, yeah, that's right, that's perfectly right. And now I place Gyan Mudra onto my knees. If somebody needs to meditate, can sit in this particular posture. And very slowly, you deep inhale, raise your belly button high. Exhale, burst it. Inhale. Exhale, slowly. It is always said, slow and steady wins the race. That's what yoga teaches you. And now, slowly, you inhale for Om chanting. Chant Om once, or whichever mantra you have, you can chant. It is not necessary you're supposed to chant Om, as yoga is not restricted to any religion, any caste, creed. It's up to an individual what he or she wants to chant. Otherwise, we have a universal mantra, Om. Inhale, begin. Slowly, I rub my palm, rub. Try and gather the whole of the warmth on my palms, the energy, and now I place my palm on my eyes. Soothe my eyes, relax my eyes. And massaging my face, forming Namaskar Mudra. Once again, open my eyes. Thank you. So this is about the postures we talked about. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If
So,
we have
tell me.
If we have any questions, please feel free to ask.
Yes, I would like also you show the Lotus Posture now. Can you show us the other ones that you were showing on the presentation?
Sure. So I'm again going back to the mat. So
Yes.
I'll show a couple of postures which were there onto the presentation.
Yes.
All right. So second meditative posture, we saw Lotus Posture. All right. Again, join my feet together. slowly, when you have to, I am showing you a demo of Vajrasana. Okay, so I bent my knees, both my knees. I am now onto my knees, and slowly I place my hip region on to my heels. Slowly I sit down onto my heels. My spine is now erect. My head is in the center. Okay, my body is acting completely in sync with the gravitational force. Okay, so this is how it's a very good posture. Post eating your food, one can practice this particular posture maximum for 15 minutes, minimum for 3 minutes. Okay, let me show this posture. How does this posture looks from backside, so that you know how you're able to, how you should sit. Okay, I'm on my knees. My knees are together, my heels are together. Slowly placing my hip region onto my heels, sliding my heels and placing my hip region onto the heels. This is how you can sit, perform your meditation. You can sit post eating food, or else you can also adapt this posture in day-to-day life for sitting. Remember, those who have knee problem shouldn't be doing this posture. So any kind of knee surgery, it's a complete no for the posture. Okay, they can use a chair and sit on a chair. Now I would show you the posture of Dhanurasana. Going back to the mat, lying down onto my abdomen. I'm on my abdomen. My forehead is on the mat. This is second relaxation posture. Slowly, I separate my legs a bit and fold them from the knees. My hands are still to the side of the body. My forehead is still on the mat. And now this is the posture. This is the pre-practice before entering into the final posture. Slowly, I lift my left hand up, hold my ankle. Now lift my right hand, hold my right ankle. And slowly lift my forehead from the ground, lift my thighs, lift my hip, lift my chest. Only and only my abdominal cavity is there on the ground. Lift your legs higher, 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 higher. Be there in the posture. Slowly exhale. Forehead on the mat. Now slowly take your hand off. It is very important. The way you went into the posture, you're supposed to come out of the posture in the similar way. You cannot come haphazardly out of the posture. Now, slowly, I will show you another posture, which is Sarvang-asana. It is all limbs posture. I turn my body upside down, lying down into supine posture. What we were doing was a prone posture earlier. Make sure, in case of girls, you are supposed to take off your hair, your clutter, your clip from your hair, your rubber band from your hair. Place it somewhere where it shouldn't hurt you. Okay, tuck your t-shirt properly and slowly. My head is in the center, my hands are to the side of the body, my feet are together. And now very slowly we are heading to the posture. This is again the pre-practice. I lift my leg up. I lift my upper body up, placing my hands to the side of the body and raising higher and higher. So now I'm lying into upside down posture. Legs are relaxed. Still your body. Complete still. Slowly, while you're coming out of the posture, bend your knees. Take your knees backward over to your head. Place your hands with control onto the mat and slowly start shifting your body weight onto your spine back. Slowly shift, shift, shift. Stretch your legs and bring your legs down with control. Exhale, down. Relax. Once again for a few seconds. Make sure every posture you perform has an interval of at least 10 seconds to move on to the next posture. Slowly, I turn my body to one side. Again, once again, clip my hair. And now, we did this posture in Surya Namaskar, in Sun Salutation, the last posture which was part of the slide. Hands together, sides of my chest, legs together, forehead on the mat. Slowly, I inhale, raise my head up, 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 up. Exhale, down. Okay?
Okay.
These
Thank
are the
you,
postures.
Jyoti. We have one question. Someone asking if yoga is good for shoulder injuries. So what poses do you recommend for shoulder pain?
I'm sorry, could you please repeat the question?
Yes, there is someone asking if yoga is good for shoulder injuries and what poses do you recommend for shoulder pain?
See, if the injury is 6 months, 3 to 6 months old, only then a person should start performing the yoga postures for shoulder pain. Okay, until unless they should just do very small movements, like depends upon the kind of injury a person has. It is very important to know whether there is a foreign body into the shoulder or in any other part of the body. Okay, if there is any foreign body into shoulder, let's take an example of shoulder,
Okay.
then he or she very firstly should take permission from doctor.
Okay.
Is she fit to perform the basic workout?
Okay.
And if she gets a go ahead from doctor, then what she or he should start with is the basic posture. Going back to the mat, feet together, okay? Lifting my right hand up, placing my palm towards you, okay, towards the mat. And now lifting my left hand, stretching my fingers. 1. Lift, turning upside down. 2. Same process. 1, 2. And while a person is doing this, he or she should perform this posture, say at least 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then hold into the posture. Okay? Until you hold into the posture, the muscles wouldn't know what you are doing. Okay? So you have to have a stretch, and that can only be felt once you hold into the posture. Similar way, hold here. Okay, then second workout could be very small and gentle rotations. It has to be really, really slow. 1, 2, okay, clockwise, then anti-clockwise, 1, 2. Okay, these are a couple of postures, the couple of stretchings which one can do if he or she gets a go ahead from a doctor, or else if they feel that they are fit to do it, and if at all they still want to perform the postures, again they should be doing under a strict guidance of an expert, so that they don't injure themselves.
Perfect. Thank you very much. We are waiting. Maybe there's someone with another question. Dacă aveți întrebări, dacă este ceva care doriți să știți și Jyoti vă poate răspunde, ne puteți trimite prin secțiunea Question and Answers. Este acea iconiță de mesaj cu un semn de întrebare în interior. Puteți să ne scrieți întrebarea în română, în engleză și suntem aici să vă ajutăm cu răspuns. So there is Larissa saying, what if I have back pain when I am in the Cobra and Bow Pose? It is okay to do it even if I feel uncomfortable?
Okay, see, first of all, back pain is not in the back. Let me be very clear. Back pain is in the mind. Okay, and if someone is suffering from back pain, example, sciatica, lumbar, okay, or a middle back pain, or any other pain they are facing, then in that case, they can perform Cobra posture, they can perform bow pose. It comes with a variation. In that case, I will show how it works in terms of the lower back pain. Though Cobra posture is a blessing for people who are suffering from back pain. Okay, so if they perform the posture correctly with the correct variation, the back pain, instead of aggravating, it's going to heal up slowly. The results would come slow, but then definitely the results do come. Remember, they need to perform it correctly with the correct variation. We'll show how the variation is to be done. Okay, what I performed was a classical Cobra pose as recommended by the texts, the yogic scriptures. So let's have a variation so that they can perform. You guys can perform. Going back to the mat. Now again, lying down onto my abdomen into supine posture. Remember, those who have back pain, specifically back pain, they're not supposed to lie down onto their cheeks, not onto their chin. Make sure your forehead is on the mat. Remember, your forehead needs to be on the mat. The whole of the back needs to be absolutely straight while you're lying down on your abdomen. Slowly, I lift my head up, hands are placed right beside my body, and the elbows are pointing out in 90 degrees. Now I raise my chest up and my head up. I'll be here. Exhale, forehead again on the mat. And this is how they should come back into the posture.
Perfect. So to make it clear, if you are feeling uncomfortable, you should stop and try to do it right again. But if you already have a back pain, we should do the variation that you show us now.
That's right. That's a basic variation. One needs to lift the chest and the head up. The whole of the abdomen rests on the floor. So the person would only get the stretch on the lower back, and the upper and the middle back is resting, so that it will help to cure the back pain for sure. Cobra is a blessing for people suffering from any kind of back pain.
Perfect. So just wait a little bit.
Sure.
So there is another question. Let me see, just see. It looks like we don't have any more questions, so maybe we can make the last explanation again, just to remember the principles. Some very simple, as you mentioned before at the beginning. Just a very brief, remembering what we did today. So if you can get us through what we did today.
Okay. So just to summarize the whole of the meeting today, would again tell yoga is nothing. It is just the union between your mind, body, breath, okay, which ultimately leads to happiness, which ultimately leads to the clear thought process, clear mind, a disciplined life. That's what all yoga teaches. And it is always said, a clear head is a result of best yoga practice. You, me, all of us have adapted. It will show into a person's behavior. You yourself or we would see a good transformation. Suppose if a person is suffering from any kind of disease, any kind of mental problem, going through some depression and anxiety, insomnia, anything you are suffering from, mentally, physically, if the correct practices are adopted, the breathing techniques, the pranayams, okay, the mudras, the postures, if all these things are adapted properly, the protocol has been set properly, you would see a lot of difference in yourself within no time.
We have another question. People are thanking you and thanking for the presentation. They have learned a lot and very interesting things, so thank you. And there is one question. If you recommend some exercise to relax the neck pain from laptop posture when we are working too much on the laptop and on the sitting posture, so we have neck pain. Do you recommend something, or you can show us something that we can do to relieve that pain?
Thank you so much for asking this question. I was actually apprehensive that this question should definitely come up. It's a very good question. Okay, very good question. Thank you. So say for neck pain, first of all, neck pain can be a troubleshoot of your back pain too. Okay, so if somebody is suffering from neck pain, for sure the person must be suffering from back pain. So,
okay.
Yeah. So the trigger factor is not your neck, it is your back. It could be any position. It could be your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, or your neck. The pain would radiate up to the neck, up to the cervical, only when there is a problem in the base. Okay, so if your foundation is not strong enough, your building is definitely going to collapse. That is your neck.
Perfect.
Okay, so what you're going to do, a very basic micro workout, okay, while you're sitting. Now I have to show this because somebody wants to understand if I'm working on a laptop, right? And this is how your posture is. You've been working like this. Your fingers are all the while onto the laptop. Your posture, your neck is always high. So very simple, interlock your fingers, interlock, hands parallel to the ground, and slowly you raise your hands up, okay, cup your hands at the back and slowly push your head back. Now what I am doing, I am pushing my head back. However, I'm not letting my head go at the back. I'm not letting my head fall like this. I'm holding my neck. See, I'm pushing. I'm using all my hand strength, though I am not letting my neck fall. Okay, a very, very good practice. Similar, slowly, this you can hold for say 10 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly, with interlocked fingers, I slide my hands up, place my hand on the forehead. And again, the same practice is repeated. I push my head, though I don't let it go back. You will still see the pressure. You will feel the pressure. You can try doing it. You'll definitely going to feel the pressure on your neck where you have pain. Push, push, push. Make sure you don't press it so hard that you fall. You tremble. You're not supposed to fall. You're supposed to have control. That is what yoga, breathing. Hold. Unwind your hands. Slowly lift the right hand up. Sorry, the left hand up and place it onto the ears. Close your ears. You should hear water drops, waterfall sound once you close your ears. And then slowly, keeping your left hand perfectly firmly on the ears, keeping the right hand straight, stretch your head. Stretch your head. Look, I am stretching. So all my side muscles, my thyroid gland side muscles are getting stimulated. They're getting stretched. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Slowly relax your hand, release out of the posture, head to center. With inhalation, lift your right hand up, cup your ear, close your ear firmly, place your head and slowly start stretching once again downward. Stretch, 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 stretch. Give a good stretch. And if you wish, you want to feel the good stretch onto your side of the cervical, you need to just close your eyes to feel the nice pain going away. While you are into this posture, make sure you are breathing. You definitely need to breathe, gets the complete focus onto your pain area. If you get the complete focus onto your pain area, you're going to definitely inhale the medicine of breathing and exhale the pain out. So today I have given you a good pill, that is breathing.
Yes.
Breathe, you're going to get your pain out of your body for sure.
Perfect. We have one more question. It is, if my mother had a back surgery 5 years ago, is yoga okay for her?
Yes, she can do. What kind of surgery, if I have to ask?
Just wait if the person can just let us know if what kind of surgery to know, but taking into account the years, yeah, it should be okay. Yes,
she can perform her yoga practices. It's very important to check upon the age as well, okay, because anybody and everybody can perform yoga practices. However, as mentioned in the past, it is important if the person is a senior citizen, then they need to perform gentle yoga.
Gentle yoga, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So age is something which is very important. Once you have the confidence, once you have the flexibility developed, and once the yoga therapist or the instructor and doctor, they all are okay, then they can further learn the advanced postures as well.
Perfect. Perfect. So people are thanking us. They are saying that they have learned a lot and very interesting things today. So we are thanking you and for being with us today, and let us go through this presentation. So there is another question also. Do we have to switch on fan or AC while practicing postures? It is correct to do that or not?
Very good question. Once while performing any kind of postures, yoga postures specifically, one shouldn't switch on the air cons. Okay, if the room is closed, ensure the fan is on, or else one can open windows and doors, let the fresh air breathe in, pitch in. Okay, air cons are not recommended highly. And anyways, yoga practice is done during morning time. So there is usually the need is not felt of putting on the air cons, because if the air cons are switched on, then you are changing the temperature of the body, and the body gets more stiffer instead of getting light.
Perfect. So we should use like natural air. It is fresh air is better. And also the person with the back pain, back surgery, is saying that it was in the half of the back at 3 levels. So that is the information that we have. So if in the half of the back, that is the surgery that the person has.
Okay, if she or he is not facing any back issues now, they don't have any back issues, then basic classical postures can be performed.
Perfect. Perfect. It is clear.
Yeah.
So I think we are going to the end of the presentation, and it is really beautiful to have you today and be a part of this journey with you. Even though we cannot travel to India, we can travel through you and through internet. So whenever we are going to have again for sure the opportunity to get to India, we will be really glad to meet you and maybe have a yoga lesson live with you, like to see you and do it together. So thank you very much, Jyoti, and thank you for all the things you teach us today. It was really interesting.
Once again, thank you so much, all of you, for listening to me with so much of patience, okay, and asking wonderful questions. There was a good thought of questions which came up to me, which it should definitely help all of you. I pray for the well-being, and you guys are most welcome to India, and learn a lot of yoga postures, see how India is so pretty, so beautiful. Okay, have a good stay happy, stay blessed. Om Namah Shivaya.
Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a
Tuturor,
nice day.
zi frumoasă. Numai bine. Pa, pa!
Mulțumim tuturor pentru prezența de azi și ne vedem la următoarele webinare cu sesiuni din toată lumea. Mulțumim!